Harris voiced the second motion to advertise for laying asphalt. The motion carried. Bids to be opened on June 20th, 2022. Noted B5 road employees entered the private property of Chuck Kelman on Shelby Road to repair drainage problems which was causing erosion to Shelby Road, County Road. Noted massive scholarship recipients Lauren Gentry and Madison Lynn Haney each received $500 scholarships from the Mississippi Association of Supervisors for the 2022-2023 school year. Page 3. Charles Goldman made a motion. Charles Mosboy second motion to approve a special docket for Donnie Collins to attend the Constables Convention payable to the Courtyard Gulfport Constables Convention in the amount of $290. The dates are June 6th through 8th. For the Supervisors Convention to Golden Nugget for $2,508.32. For the Supervisors to South Beach for $1,788 and to Margaritaville for $1,686.32. And to Lillian Martin, Deep Fork Dirt in the amount of $1,215 as recommended by the comptroller. The motion carried unanimously. The county has been awarded a $10,000 competitive grant for an upcoming Amnesty Day event. Joe Alexander made a motion. Jackie Johnson voiced the second motion to accept the grant and authorize the president to sign the grant agreement. Cindy Horton is authorized to obtain quotes from MDEQ approved companies to legally dispose of the waste collected on that day. The motion carried unanimously. Fixed assets as surplus property. Joe Alexander made a motion. Charles Golan voiced the second motion to declare a B2 tractor as surplus property and post or trade bids to be opened on June 6th board meeting. The motion carried unanimously. Massive trustee election. Kenneth Harris made a motion. Joe Alexander voiced the second motion to vote for Chad Bridges, Calvin Newsom, Dwight Norris, Stephen Crutwell, Barney Wade, and Obie Riley as trustees for the MAS Insurance Trust. The candidates will serve for a 3-year term. The ballot must be submitted in person by a supervisor at the annual membership meeting on Wednesday, June the 15th. The motion carried unanimously. A county could vote for 6 candidates if there were only 6 running. Noted drug court graduation. 8th Judicial District Intervention Drug Court will have a graduation at 1 o'clock on May the 19th at the Sanctuary of Philadelphia Church. All supervisors are invited. Page 4. Authorization to purchase vehicle. Charles Mose made a motion. Joe Alexander voiced the second motion to authorize purchase clerk to purchase one 2021 Ford EcoSports vehicle or the next lowest cost vehicle if the Ford is no longer available. The state bid price of $20,140. Comptroller is authorized to prepare a special docket to pay for the vehicle. The motion carried with Charles Godwin abstaining and Jackie Johnson voting nay. Noted the county administrator advised the board that massive insurance will not cover any accidents that occur on county bridges that don't have railing. Noted the board discussed various options for use tax. Kenneth Harris made a motion to close the meeting to see if an executive session on personnel, economic development, and possible litigation was necessary. Jackie Johnson made a motion. Charles Godwin voiced the second motion to enter into executive session on personnel, economic development, and possible litigation. The motion carried unanimously. Jackie Johnson made a motion. Charles Godwin voiced the second to the motion to come out of executive session with no action taken. The motion carried unanimously. Special docket B3. Charles Mose made a motion. Charles Godwin voiced the second motion to authorize the comptroller to prepare a special docket to Central Electric, have the power turned on to the Conahata voting precinct leased by the county. The motion carried unanimously. Jackie Johnson made a motion. Charles Mose voiced the second motion to adjourn until June 6, 2022 at 10 o'clock a.m. The motion carried unanimously.
Thank you, George. After the reading of the minutes, is there any changes or questions or corrections on page 1? Page 2. Page 3.
Joe, I guess, didn't Charles buy the...
Charles bought the
I guess
tractor.
we could just eliminate that whole motion, period. Fixed asset and surplus property. A fellow supervisor bought the tractor that Joe had declared as surplus.
So we'll just strip that from the minutes. Page 4.
Make a motion. Accept the minutes being read.
Second.
All in favor? Approved.
You would have adopted.
Oh, Somebody with him, no.
Dude, I don't know about y'all. You
I
know,
did, I signed
He ready to be there.
So move. Second, Doctor.
All in favor? Approve. Thank you, sir. Mr. Nellick, you wanna come up?
So no, they need to go ahead and open the hearing,
I guess so, yes, sir.
CDBG hearing, somebody needs to do a motion to open it.
And, well, it's rural development, not CDBG.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So move. Second.
All in favor? All right, now, we're ready for you.
Okay. This is in conjunction with the Rural Development Community Facilities application for a backhoe for Beat 3. The county would be applying for a $50,000 grant, which would be matched with $71,528.68 in local funds for a total cost of $121,528.68. This is a public hearing to allow anyone that has any questions to ask. Okay. I had intended, first, I need to call you about
I've
this.
got the resolution.
Okay, I got a copy of it. We need a resolution, a formal resolution to apply, put on the minutes for this grant.
Charles, you making this?
I will. Second. Is that the resolution?
That's it, yes, sir.
All in favor?
All right,
You need to sign this one.
you can,
You
and
want-
Steve and them have a copy.
All right, are you gonna get George, you gonna give Steve a copy of
I'm
George?
gonna let you sign this one, I've got.
Okay, and
it.
Jason's got a copy. I sent it all to them. We should get it submitted later this week. I'll call you, Mr. Alexander, to get you to sign everything that has to be signed.
Okay.
I got some questions for you. I'll call you one afternoon and just you
Okay.
can answer my questions, and then it'll be ready for him to sign. I had intended to have it ready before the board meeting, but yeah, what happened last? Yes, my dad passed away last week, and so I wasn't in the office. So, but I'll get it ready and get it submitted this week. But that's all on that. I got a question for Steve on the financials. I'll get him to update that. I told Deputy when he was here the JAG grants are due the end of this month, and the Bulletproof Vest if they want to apply. And he said that they would get back with me.
I think they probably already working on those.
Yeah, I think they are working on what they want. That's the $5,000 grant that we get every year.
Right.
So, unless somebody has anything else for me, I'm gonna be headed back to Newton.
You gonna call in the evening sometime?
Yeah, I'll call you one. What's a good time to call, and I'll call you.
You just have to try.
Okay.
I don't know where I'll be, I know.
Also, we had a question, and I gave a copy of the answer to Ben, so he'd have it. Asked Rural Development how long you had to keep the equipment. He said they track it till it's down to less than $5,000 worth. But if you get through it before it depreciates to $5,000, then you have to go through them and all that. So, and they'll tell you what you have to do.
We don't know.
So, all right. Appreciate everybody.
I guess we
Thank you.
I guess we close the hearing then.
Yeah, you can close the hearing.
Okay.
Make a motion.
And I'll
Close
send
the
y'all
hearing.
some minutes. It won't nothing fancy, but I'll send you some.
All in favor? Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Thank you.
May, you need to see this?
Good morning.
I'm gonna go to mute. I'm gonna go to mute.
Look over that exemption from ISCO, did you look over? You did not, okay, all right. I don't
Good morning,
have,
Miss May.
good morning. I don't have very much, but you know let's do this one first. This is just on homestead exemption. I'm gonna have to share it today because I don't think I got any copy. George, that's your, you give George one for the minutes. Yeah, I got no.
You got it?
I got no. All right. This is one where we just had a mapping error that we need to clean up on Homestead.
You got anything else? We just do it all in one motion.
Well, you got your exemptions for ISCO. ISCO is applying for their other 5 years on the original exemption, and then they have another one here.
So can they do that separately?
I think so.
I'll make a motion we accept this based on Miss May's expertise.
Is it just Just the one?
Just the one, that's all I got.
All in favor?
2 seconds.
Kenny? Didn't have that down.
Okay, all right.
I think we got stuff and all this. from you.
Is mine too? Okay, that's fine. That'll work. Okay, the only other thing I have is, like I said, ESCO. June 1 is the expiration for them applying for their exemption, and they had all their paperwork in line and here on time. What they're questioning now is, or what they're asking for now is, we only approved their exemption for 5 years. It's time to do the other 5. We have stopped long since doing 10 years on top. We just do the 5 and then we come back later and do the 5.
What percentage did we?
25.
25.
He did 25, and then they have another one here that they're applying for some equipment that they took in. Looks to me about what they're asking for is about 12 million on the new one. 12.9 is what they're asking for on the new exemption.
Is that not denied the first time? I can't remember.
Well, we denied this part and done the 5 years flat out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we done, right, Steve?
I think that's right.
Y'all usually granted the additional 5.
Yeah.
I make a motion that, we extend them, let's go another 5 years.
Okay.
25%.
Yeah, 25%. Okay.
Second.
All right. Now what are
All
we
in
doing?
favor?
Is that what?
25% on and the other 5 years. So what are we doing on the new one? Is that you going with that on the new one also? Are we using it?
5 years.
Well, that's what she's asking.
Yes.
On the inventory.
But isn't this the same 12 that they brought up last time, used up, and they denied it?
What was the reason, Joe, do you remember?
Well, no,
Well, I remember y'all, they, 12, and, y'all elected not to award that. So I think they are repeating the request. I don't know how many years out then, can you go back and,
No, what they do is you go with the year that the equipment is brought in. So if you did a 5 year now, they could only get 4 forward because that equipment was there a year already. Does that makes sense, right?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm with you.
I got a little information on that investment, if y'all
Okay, you want me to wait?
No.
Come on.
like 12 million.
Just on the investment.
What he's saying is he got numbers on that actual equipment, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I met with them last week, and they're coming next Monday again, but they increased, that investment increased 78, they hired 78 people as a result of that.
I got 72.
investment. 26% increase in the headcount, they're up to 306 employees now. It's a 2-year project. They have 12 million and an additional 4 million, is that right? Yeah, a total of 18 million they spent over 2 years.
18.8. So that's one in the 2 years.
Well, they're gonna come to him, they're not gonna come back to us. That's what you're saying, they're gonna come back and meet with you?
They're coming back next Monday, they'll meet with y'all, they're gonna be in, the corporate folks are coming next week, and and I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about that more in detail on another project that's coming down the line.
Well, do you want me to hold off on this until y'all meet with them?
I think we need to wait a little bit to hear about the other project.
They not meet. I didn't.
We got to table that.
Yeah, let's table that part of it,
I don't think
and we'll do a little more investigation, and we'll get back with you,
that'll be fine.
and moving forward, we'll go away.
That'll be fine. All right, that's it. Oh, and also I have conference from July the 10th, the week of July the 10th.
July what?
10th at Biloxi.
One day.
No, all week.
So you Oh, we need to do traffic, part
Yeah.
of what you're saying. Nope.
I make a motion that we, Maze Drive.
Second, all in favor? Be careful. Lord.
Yes.
This climate change, there's probably not gonna be any water when you get down.
It probably won't, but that water don't worry me no way.
You ain't going to the
I ain't going that way.
Oh,
Just hope it's a breeze off of it, that's all I need. Thank you.
thank you, Ms. Lane. We need a discovery for executive on economic development, so we can get you up here and find out what he does.
Oh, this is,
Okay.
yeah.
motion.
He just goes with COVID.
Yeah, he's got a lot to do, because my office is closed.
Joe, you're not paying attention.
I make a motion to go into executive session.
Even
Or go into discovery for executive session for economic development.
Now, can we get a motion for that, for Mr. Newton?
I make a motion that we enter an executive session on economic development.
All in favor?
Laser boy, 4-year,
That's good.
ESCO, 4 years. ESCO were exemption at 25%.
All in?
But Kenny, is there not two requests? I
No,
thought it
it's-
was that, and then,
They added it all together.
okay.
You got a second on, all in favor? All right, now you up to speed. Somebody's not here. Andy, you need to see both?
Yeah, I was on the agenda. Good morning, everybody.
What's up?
First of all, let me do this. I have to do this just to make sure that we're on the up and up. I read this is a disclaimer. No, it's all of you aware who I am, but just for the record, and just for the especially for the media and the record, I'm Andy Vance of Union. I reside in Big 3 on Rigdon Road. I'm not to be confused with my twin brother Randy Vance, who resides in the city of Union and works for Newton County. So as far as I know, has no clue that I'm here today or what it's about or anything, because I ain't even talked to him the last few days. But the things I'm about to say are no reflection of duties and employment with Newton County, because knows all about it, and I'm still in works with that. But anyway, what I'm wanting to say is and this is especially directed to B3. I went down the road the other day. I went to the county barn to see about an issue that I've been having over on Stratton Road, a farm I oversee at the Russell place. I was just going to talk, and I've been there about some and stuff like that on the county side. But anyway, and I couldn't find anybody. I went up to the
What time was it?
what time down there? It was before lunch.
We started work at 7 and we scattered out all.
Right? Yeah. Oh, I know that. I know that. But what I'm saying, but it's they always tell me that I've always been told by you, and I've been told by other people that need to see the road foreman. But I understand B3 don't have a road foreman right now. Is that right? I mean, you can tell the road foreman they can talk to you. Is that right? Is that correct?
I got Wayne Griffin.
He-
When he worked part-time.
Well, I talked to him the other day down there, and he said that we don't have a road foreman. He didn't acknowledge he was a road foreman.
He was the last road foreman.
Yeah, right.
We don't have one, okay.
Yeah, okay. He said that you were he said basically you do it all.
I do.
Yeah, okay. That's what, anyway.
I'm the main man.
The issue I have is that, and I say issue, it's just more of a concern that, I went down there and then I saw the trucks up there and they're repaving that little road from the All Good Cutoff Road. So I went up there and that's when I talked to a Packer driver, which he was just an employee. I just talked to him for a minute, and then I went down there and I saw Wayne. And of course, Wayne, I just asked him, why y'all repaving this little road? But he said, well, the log trucks come out. They've been logging up there on the thrash place. They've been coming out up there. But my thing is, on that little road right there, and I know it was the slag before, or chip seal or whatever, but that is kind of a road to nowhere. That road was dirt forever. There's nothing on it but a pole barn and one driveway, and the man don't even use it. He comes out in on 489. My thing is, little roads like that, and I know there's a road that comes off of Hugh Hudnall Road. It's dirt, but it's a little paved road out there. My thing is, we've got roads in our beat that have never been finished. The Andrew Millen Road. The Andrew Millen Road, that never been finished. I mean, and I know why, but my thing is, why are we putting a lot of money in excess into repaving little roads? I know the road that comes from that Hugh Hudnall Road off to 489, that little road, I've seen grass growing up in it before. Like there's nobody even using it hardly. I know some people probably do, but that road's been resurfaced. I know twice, with initial and then resurfaced again. My thing is, why aren't we taking those type things, that time and effort to look and evaluate why we want to repave that little road? Is there a school bus on it? Is there, the mail using it? There's nothing on it but a pole barn. And there's nothing but equipment and a tractor. Well, tractors and equipment, they're able to go down a dirt road because they're in the field. Why aren't we taking those that labor and that material, which is nice? I love to have it, up and down my road.
Oh, that's what it's about.
No, it's not. No, it's not about. You plainly told me during your election run, you stood right there in my yard and you told me, said, "Well, you got a good road from here to 489," and I do. Now we got a church building, and Wayne, I told him about it. I said, Wayne, excuse me. I said, Wayne, I understand y'all repaving this, but my thing is, why aren't we trying to finish out some of them other roads that people actually live on, families live on them, school buses travel them, and, I know the Caters were up here not long ago, and this has nothing to do with them. I had it in my notes. They were asking about having some, Wendell Glenn, them having some work on their roads, how bad it was and all that. My thing is, we got roads to nowhere and roads that need finishing. My road's never going to be paved. I know that. And, even Wayne told me the other day, I said something about, that church building. He said, well, that church building not even being used. I never see it used. Well, you don't live on it, so you don't know when it's being used. It's used a lot for church functions. They give it to people to use for receptions or whatever. And I understand my road never be paved, and I'm not fussing about it. I would be more concerned about the people that live on that road, because I do live at the end, and you told me that you got a good road from your house. Well, it's not about me. But I'm just saying is, I'd like to see the county really evaluate these roads. I know who lives on both sides of those roads and who owns land around them and all that, but when you're redoing something like that for a pole barn and nothing else, it just seemed to me like we got roads that need to be finished out. And we got a road called GG Road down through there, and it's nothing more than a driveway for somebody. That's a county road. They're putting materials on it, but you got to get all the way to the end of that, and then you'll see a sign dead end, and there's nowhere to turn around. I've seen trucks, and Lord knows the GPSs are sending you everywhere in the world. I've seen big trucks coming having to back out of them roads. But that's my thing is, I would like to see that utilized, those type things utilized, and just everybody keeps saying how high the materials are. Materials are so high. But when you put that kind of money and you lay down a nice asphalt road on nothing, well, just like I said, a pole barn or something, it's, to me, it's not spending money wisely. You always,
That's a public road, it's not a pole barn.
Well, I know.
It's still a public road.
Yeah, it's the
That's
public
a
road.
public road, right?
But it was a dirt road before. And
No, it wasn't. It's DBST. It's been blacktop ever since that's been down to the end, to where Warren lived.
How long? That's right.
I don't know the date.
Anyway, regardless, and that's.
Regardless about it, it's a public road. We fixed the road. And we fixed it with what we could, the best and cheapest way we could, so.
But
You know, it's a cutoff road, it's a public road, people use it. Them little roads up there on Hugh Holden Road you're talking about, people use them too.
yeah,
So people use every road they are out there, so how are you gonna evaluate, you know, which needs it the worst?
but
They're all public.
I'm just-
Emergency vehicles need to go down all of them.
as a taxpayer and as just a voter, I'm just saying that these things need to be studied and looked at. I don't care who owns land or the road. I know it's a public road, but it's a dirt road. My road's a public road, you know. But you know, we done had that discussion.
What you fussing about?
I'm just saying I would like to see it utilize y'all talk about materials. You know, how high materials are. Well, is it feasible to, you know, do a study on that? How many people actually use a road like that?
What
I'm
you
saying
gonna do, shut the road down then?
you can. Y'all done
No,
it
you
before.
can't. Yeah, you
The
can.
county has shut roads down before, correct?
Yes, they have.
If you want to shut it down, that'd be great.
I wouldn't
And
shut
that-
it down, it'd be great for you, but
No.
people that use it go across it wouldn't.
No, I mean it's not. It don't matter to me. No, I'm not. I didn't say nothing about my road pay. You and I had that discussion. I'm not gonna get personal. But you and I had that discussion in my yard
Yeah.
when you come up our campaign.
And
We
yeah,
had
you
that.
live
I'm
about
just
100
saying.
yards off the place.
I'm just saying some of these people, and I do use. I'm saying like the Andrew Midland Road. I do use that road. I have family down there, but there's family. I'm just saying any road like that, we just need to study it and do a little bit better with, you know, I'm just saying is we could put more of that type stuff in there. I mean, put that type stuff on roads that need to be finished, and then go back and look at those or something like that, you know.
Well, I talked to Charles this morning about it, if I could. And I understand what he's done, and I hope that after I explained it, I hope that you'll understand why he done what he done. The road had money spent on it before.
Right.
You know, Matt and Sealing it. Well, and he does the same thing I do. If I've got a road that's been mashed in or you know, whatever, and there's already been money spent on it, if you don't fix it, it's gonna go back to dirt. So the money that was spent originally
Yeah.
was for no good. I mean, you know,
True.
so, and that's what he done, which is exactly, I mean, I'll go ahead and say, that's the exact same thing I do in Big Two. I can't speak for everybody else, but, and sometimes I'm sure to somebody riding by, it don't make a lot of sense. Because they don't know the thought process of it. But, you know, I don't know what he spent the other day. Let's say he spent $4,000. But if he can spend $4,000 to save a $25,000 investment, that's good money. I mean, in my personal check, that would be good money.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that kind of, you know, for anybody watching or for you or anything, understands that sometimes it's, you know, it's not just as easy as, well, I wouldn't do that, I'd do this. Well, yeah, all of us got a lot of roads that I'd like to see every road in Newton County with 4 inches of asphalt on it, but that's not gonna happen.
Right.
So, you know, you gotta do with what you got to do with it, and do the best that you can. And I mean, not that I'm trying to take over for you or anybody else here, but I mean, that's just the way it is.
Right. No, I understand. I'm just saying is within the whole county, if you got roads like that, I'm asking everybody, you know, if you want to save money and you want to spend what's right, just reevaluate things like that. And let's, you know, finish some projects that were started or something if we can, you know, if you can. You know, I'm speaking for every taxpayer out there. You know, let's, you know, it don't mean nothing to me. I don't travel that road. It's a public road, but there's been public roads shut down before, and for whatever reasons. And you know, if it's not being utilized except for just farming traffic or whatever, that's what I'm saying. It's just let's utilize it. You know, let's just relook at everything. And I didn't come here. Have y'all heard me say anything about my road being paved? I didn't ask. My road will never be paved. It's okay with me. And I resent the fact that you said it was about me. It's not about me, Charles. It's not about me. I'm just a concerned taxpayer and a citizen that likes to see his money spent well. So, you know.
I reevaluated the road and I done what I thought was right.
Yeah, okay.
I'm satisfied with it.
That's fine. I just would like to say, though, that
We do,
there's other projects that we'd like to see. I'd just like to see some stuff finished that maybe got started, and it ain't going to do with me, just for the people that live on them, you know.
Also,
you know.
I'll let you finish.
No, it's you know, it's just that's all I'm saying is it seems like it's You know, and I sit in these meetings and listen, and I know there's issues with money and things like that. You know, I got some other issues, but I'm not gonna get into that. I do ask that, you know, that be done, and just, you know, just evaluate, just make sure you open up the, you know, are we asking for God's will? We open up with prayer. Every board may ask for God's wisdom to do what's right and do, you know, spend the money right and all that. And I hope y'all are seeking Him in a lot of this. You know, I'm a Christian man that I hope you know, just I hope you're seeking His guidance. You know, that's what if you open a prayer up in a public meeting, you know, and really seek His guidance, am I doing the right thing? How, you know, if you're some people don't care, you know, how their legacy is. You know, how their legacy is left. You know, what people are going to think about you after you're gone. But let's, you know, that's all I'm asking for. Just spend the, you know, do what's right, and or you know, or reevaluate things and think about things. You know, it can be changed. So, you know, anyway, that's, you know, like I said, just, you know,
We got another problem. Problem with a request.
Oh, yeah, we did have a request. I done forgot. When, you come to the courthouse, if you need information or whatever, and you go into Steve's office, that's fine, it's public records. But, you know, if you need something, ask for it, but those girls can't answer a question like this.
I never have asked them. Now, they may not like it when I come down and ask for that stuff, and I've been questioned, why do you need it? And I'll tell somebody, but it's public record.
Yeah,
But
public record.
I don't take it out on them, and I know they can't do nothing. I just, you know, they want to know, why do you need something? I'll tell them.
All right.
But that's fine.
They don't have to produce it right then.
Well, I know. I sometimes I'll call and ask for it, and I go get it 2 or 3 days later.
Okay.
But
Well, just, I mean, you know,
You better research your Christianity too.
do what now?
Research your Christianity. You said you was a godly man. You come up cussing that guy on that road the other day.
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did. I got 2 witnesses. I got him and one.
Well,
And you was fussed up about it. And you,
we're not getting into. I
no,
can't
we're
believe
not
you're
gonna
bringing
get into
that up.
but just don't come around our hands, messing with my hands anymore.
I didn't mess with them.
You did. You come up there cussing. That guy was upset about it. Wayne told you he wasn't going to listen to it.
And I said, yeah, I understand
Well,
why.
you was fussing then because you done said, I understand, because Wayne told you. So you just trying to stir up stuff
No.
to keep
Well,
your name.
I appreciate y'all listening to me, but Mr. Mose, I'm going to say, and I can't believe you'd say it on record that, you know, research my Christianity, because that. But anyway, that I really resent that.
You can do anything.
I really resent that you would, you know, that had to be brought up.
Well,
So
I hate it too, but I don't like somebody to stay what he is, and he ain't, because you come up there cussing them guys on that machine.
no, anyway, I know I'm never going to win that battle, so I'll just leave it alone.
Because you did it.
I'll leave it alone. Thank y'all for your time.
All right,
I
thank you.
appreciate it, and just on behalf
Anytime
of,
you need to talk, stop by and holler at me. You need to
I
talk.
doubt that would produce anything after the last conversation we had. So, but anyway, I'll just leave it there. Thank y'all for your time, and I appreciate it. But I'm glad you said that on the record, so maybe the public can see that. And I just,
Yeah.
I hope all y'all know Jesus Christ is your Savior. I really do, and really know Him as your Savior. If you don't, come see me and I'll introduce you.
all right, well, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Bobby.
Afternoon, lunch, well,
Well, it ain't quite lunch yet.
almost.
Get close.
This first thing is the quote for the electrical, and that's through Justin McKinney from Newton. And, he just did a full one. Now I've got the wire and a few more of the smaller things that we're gonna need. So you can actually take that much off of it, off the top.
He's got
The wire, we've got the wire and some of the other small stuff that we're gonna need. Yeah, I actually found a whole roll at the barn.
So you talking about taking
Tucked
off
back
about
in the closet.
$450?
Yeah.
So you look around $1,000, big real money, when it's so good.
Yeah, and this one is, I told y'all I had all the wood and stuff to supply all the wood and, well, most of it, but this is a list of what else we would need.
So you're looking at about a $1,400 total between the two.
Give or take prices, how the
Well,
prices and
that's the thing,
everything are,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, now just refresh my memory, just redoing the big one?
No,
redoing
this
getting
is
a
the
lot of different-
other one that would be good.
I don't think that would touch that big one.
Question for you and Caleb.
Mhm.
Now, if we go this route, how long will it take y'all to get the equipment installed and ready to go?
Depends on how quick you can get the electrical, cause that'll have to be done first,
Yeah, that's the main
and
thing,
then
is
we'll,
getting all that.
and we'll start on it immediately.
Well,
so.
we're talking about a week or so at the tops from the time you get through the trailer. You think,
And just whenever
Probably.
Justin can get the wire and be able to do the electrical stuff,
Yeah,
once he gets to that, then we can get in there and start building our shelves and cabinets and stuff like that for the radios and the mounts for the TV screen, for the monitors, for the computers. And it probably, I would say, at the longest, 2 months. I mean, at the longest. I mean, because that's pulling out stuff in the old trailer, getting it all done, and then putting all the stuff back in this new trailer.
all right? Anybody else have any questions?
and with this radio system that we have now, it's not gonna be nearby.
Yeah, it ain't
as much.
nothing like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get that.
We don't have to have nowhere near.
Swapping trailers,
Mhm.
transferring loader down here, using loader there.
If it's a smaller trailer, we can haul it anywhere.
We're putting this in to their,
Mhm.
which is what you want.
I do not.
I've got it wrote down somewhere, I don't know right off, I should've looked up,
It's,
it's 32 feet from tongue to rear, 28 and a half foot on the inside.
But we can pull it with our trucks. That's the thing. We don't have to worry about getting another truck or nothing like that. We can pull it with what we got.
It's a lump.
Yes, sir.
We have to go back and let anybody know what that trailer's doing.
Time.
If y'all need it, come get it, please.
Now, he ain't gonna pull no
I mean, we ain't got
You know.
nothing.
large tractor on it with that truck,
I mean, we ain't got nothing.
But you can deliver the big trailer with your truck to Loader County?
They'll have to
No,
come get
no.
it. They'll have to come get it.
he'll have to come get it.
Which, I mean, I think Odie was fine with that too, coming and getting it and then taking it over, because he was, I mean, if we have to, however we have to do it.
He's gonna deliver one and pick up another.
But I mean, the reason why we want to do it, because it's that trailer's smaller, we can get into tighter areas than what that big trailer can.
Is it a bumper pool?
It's
Is that gonna be
Yeah.
bringing having the big one and the little one, swapping the stuff before we leave?
We're take all of our stuff out of the big one and put in one of our little trailers down there until we get the other one over here, and then start putting it back.
Because we'll already have it done. Once he comes picks it up, he's ready to roll, and we'll start putting the stuff in the other one. Once Justin hooks up the power and runs everything, we can start running stuff in there. That's why I said about 2 months at the most, because I mean,
Well, Justin's working on a house over in Dutcher right now in today's
Yeah.
office.
Well, he told me that he's actually gonna work on it while he's on shift at the firehouse, so we can pull it down there and he can work on it.
That new firehouse.
Ain't got nobody else.
Well, that's not a cheap deal.
yeah, that's where we got the estimate from. I mean,
I
Well,
seen the estimate,
yeah.
yeah, not a cheap deal.
Yeah.
2 months, though, I mean, it's 2
Well-
months away, and then,
Well, no, his part won't be 2 months.
No, I
Let's
mean,
put the
that's-
cabinets in and everything.
that's latest. That's not. I mean, we
We're
probably
talking
could get
about
it
getting
sooner
it
than
done,
that. That's. I mean, that's. I just said that just.
But basically, right now, we got one we can't keep it open, so I mean,
We ain't got nothing right now.
And it may not, like I said, it may not take that long. Once Justin does all that, it may take us a month. I just gave a little further out because I don't know exactly. I mean,
Think it's a good part. Me personally, we ain't gotta buy another 3-ton truck. That's one good thing.
I'll make that motion. Do we need to do both of them? Declaring that other surplus?
Well, we ain't got it
How do
there
you do
since
that,
it's
enter the governmental transfer?
Yeah, you're accepting the trailer from Lauderdale and you're giving them our trailer.
I'll do that all in one motion then. And approving the repair.
All in favor?
Yeah.
$1,190, and one of them was, I can't see what that is. It was like 1,400. Oh,
For,
one of them was on your truck, and one of them was on your truck. Yours was brakes and all, yours was cold
oh, yeah,
packs.
yeah.
The cold packs and stuff, I kinda understand it, the brakes.
The brake pads cost $600 for that truck because they had to get them from Dodge.
Oh, they made out of cotton candy, they didn't last but a year.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's something we need to, when I got to that this morning, I said, no, we can't do this. So
That's
we need,
what I thought too.
if you would find out exactly what kind of brakes they are, we'll help you hunt for some.
Well,
But that's,
we did hunt. We hunted for 2 weeks for them because I actually drove my car because the brakes were scrubbing.
well, they should make a ceramic pad for that truck.
How many miles you got?
36,
The
38,000.
brakes lasted 1 year. That's why I said they must be cotton candy.
Oh, we don't.
I don't know.
No, it said to come on it, and then this said, a year later, it's a 21-mile truck, and this is 22, so a year, you didn't get but a year out of the brakes, or something.
Big feet.
Not a heavy truck.
Oh, but let's just keep that in mind. If you'll
I-
get me I can't tell you he can't, but we can find somebody that can. If we just need to know what they are, what the numbers are, and whatever.
I know that they called and I called around everywhere and nobody had them except the Dodge place.
Nobody could get them, nobody had them.
Jackie,
Nobody
you
could
pulling
get
that up
them.
on your phone?
Like there was three or four people.
Glad to get him to look it up.
There was a couple people that
Something don't sound right.
that Jeremy called, and they were like, "Yeah, we got them. We'll send them." And then they didn't send them. They said, "Well, we can't get them. You have to get it from the Dodge place." That's just what he told me.
Well, we'll do some investigating.
All right.
He's already working on it, because I like to fell out of chair.
I did
couldn't
too.
even stand
I
it.
like to fell out.
Oh, hell, what is
let's
this?
see, mine was the spark plugs, I think.
And the cold pack.
Yeah, the cool, and then, see, that my spark
That thing's got
plugs.
16 spark
Yeah,
plugs.
they're all up underneath it too, so
You
that's,
got one for exhaust and one for intake.
Mhm.
All right, yeah,
I know. I feel you. Because if it had been my truck, it'd still be sitting at the house. Because I couldn't afford that.
So,
I couldn't afford the $600 brake pads for it.
we'll get you an answer somehow. I mean, we'll come up with something. Y'all got anything else, Ray? Thanks, sir.
All right.
Thanks, sir.
Thank y'all. Governor.
Mr. Sanford, come on up. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm great.
Tell her to come away,
Joe, make sure he don't trip on all them bars. Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne. Joe, just let him stand right on that side over there. That way he gets, or sit right there in one of them chairs.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. Come on, Diane. You sit right over there, Diane.
Hey, bud.
Well, it's good to
It's
see
good
y'all.
to see you, Dwayne.
Man, I'm telling you, good to be here.
Diane, you let him ride with you? Rich.
I was going to say, I hope so. Oh, she didn't ride with him. Lord have mercy.
I almost sent her by herself so she could make a presentation to the board, but she's backed out. She didn't do that.
We ain't gonna bite you. What you got for us?
I ain't really got nothing, just make a showing. We got a list to just kind of keep y'all caught up on what's going on. And then if you got questions, we'll try to answer them. We'll just start at the top of the list here, Diane. These are projects that we got going on.
Okay.
The reseal project SAP 5114S, open bids 12 of the 6, according to Jonathan Myrick at T.L. Wallace, the leveling subcontractor, Custom Paving, is presently working in North Mississippi and should be completed with that work in 2 weeks. This note was made on May 24th.
It's what Jonathan told me when I called him.
Then move it to Indian Reservation for 2 weeks, then move it to Scott County, then to Newton County,
Tentatively.
mid-July, and we'll begin time charges in July, whether they're moving or not.
That's what Jonathan said. Now, he said all that moving around, he said he doing contracts in the order that they've made them.
Did y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
We're talking about T.L. Wallace.
T.L. Wallace.
July, is that
No,
what?
no, custom pavement's coming in July.
Yeah,
Custom
farm.
payment
TL.
to do the leveling. They gonna do the leveling. They got the leveling subcontract.
Right.
And I called Butch. I said, "Is there anything we can do to speed them up?" He said, "No," because he said all we can do is start charging them. He said they'd be here in July, about mid-July. Start charging them time, and that'll pull them liquidated damages. You know,
Pull them up.
It'll start counting down.
Mm-hmm.
That'll help them speed up.
So
But
y'all have 11 left to do on your state aid project.
right,
Mhm.
they hadn't done
They hadn't done
anything
any.
yet.
Oh, okay, I thought you.
No, they hadn't done them
No,
yet.
they ain't done
Oh,
nothing.
okay.
But
Hey, as long as we're moving forward, because see, when I talked to you the other day, what I was afraid was gonna happen is we was gonna get completely skipped by another,
Right.
go to another county or
Well-
what, well, then you'd be messed around, this term be up, you wouldn't be done no
right, yeah,
state aid
well,
project.
you know, that's what I say. The way it works out, talking to Jonathan, it ought to put them resealing in August, which is actually, talking to Butch, that's the best time of year to do reseal anyway.
I'm good with that.
So, I don't know if we want to. All we can do is start charging them time, and when they run out of work days, then we'll hit them with liquidated damages, which, it's like $5,000 a day or something like that. Which they don't want to get into all that.
No, they're not gonna get into it, they'll put that asphalt out with shovels.
Yeah, well, that's true. And they have asphalt crews working in Alabama that they could bring over if they really, really, really had to. But it's got to do with the price of asphalt here versus there. But if they know that them liquidated damages is waiting on them, I don't wanna get into all that, but anyway, that's where that is. What's that?
LSVP 5116 Buckley Road. It has been approved by state aid and need to make PS&E plans.
Oh,
Well, you can go around.
yeah, give them,
I have that parking. It needs,
I'll tell them.
But wait a minute, though. So they agreed to build a new bridge. Well, that's the
Yeah.
railroad hotel. Well, that was.
Well, better keep one for us.
Yeah, I got you. I'm with you.
so that has been approved. When can we get that started?
I'm just gonna pass them around.
May not have enough.
Oh, you get that. Give George a code you want. And we got plenty. Jason, you do one?
I don't know. You're welcome to it, I don't know if you brought enough. And that's from,
5116 Buckley Road.
Bucket Road.
5116 Buckley Road. When are we gonna send out bids on
No, we're not ready for it yet. But what's the one we already got them working on, Clark Engineering?
SAP 5173 Hickory Fellowship Road.
Okay. When I first got in a bind here with COVID and stuff, I seen where I just couldn't get it done. You know, I laid up in the hospital. So I subcontract, I got Clark Engineering. Y'all know any of them?
I've heard of them.
Yeah. Ronnie Clark, he's been county engineer for Clark County and 2 or 3 more than counties. He's like my second cousin. And I got some kin folks that work there. In the past, if I got in a bind, I'd call on them. So I got them to work me up PS&E plans. In other words, the plans, you know, to be approved by state. Hey, to work out a deal, I'm gonna subcontract them to do the plans, to draw them up, yes, draw the bridge up. And I told them, let's see how that goes, and may do another one. And, so the last time I talked to him, he's got them worked up. We just got to get with Butch. And the PS&E, that's when Butch comes out. We take the plans and we look at everything. If Butch is happy, then they push it on through state aid office, checkers and all that. And so I think we're going to do this Buckley Road. See, I've got it cross sections. A certain amount of work. In other words, the basic foundation for the plans. I got Buckley Road worked up, but I want to get Clark Engineering to finish it up for me, because I don't know when it'll be. I can't see good enough to draw on it. Just to be honest, that it messed my eyes up. So I'm gonna get them to do plans on Buckley Road, and then maybe what's that other? I got another road, Pleasant.
SAP 5175 Newton Bethel Road.
Yeah, Newton Bethel. When they get them to do that, see, I'll pay them, you know, whatever percentage it's worth.
All right, so we're all get on the same page. The top bridge is what? The Rattling Bridge? That's
73?
That's 32.
No, it's
32.
Yeah, that's right.
STP BR 32 something right.
That's Rattling Bridge. All right, then 5173 is which road?
Hickory Fellowship.
Hickory Fellowship. 5174 is which road?
No, 5073 is Buckley, isn't it?
No, it's 16. It's down at the bottom.
5174 is Pleasant Ridge Road.
Yeah.
All right. And
16.
then 75 is which road?
Newton Bethel.
Newton Bethel. And
But then was
73 was which
74?
one?
73 Hickory Fellowship.
Hickory Fellowship. All right. So that's all for the bridges. Then you drop down to the bottom, and 5116 is Buckley Road.
Yeah.
Right.
It must be, it's going to be, what, a four-span bridge? What is it?
Buckley? It's 4 or 5.
1.1 million.
No, Buckley's 427.
Both of them are Buckley, 5116.
15 and 16.
I mean, all right, what's 5115?
Lucy Lane.
Okay. All right, so there's 6 bridges.
Oh, no, that's PHW. Pine Ridge Road is 5115.
All right, so that's 6 bridges then. 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Some of these,
But Mount Pleasant Church, we probably gonna take it out, but, that's one we rebuilt.
You're saying 15 is Pine Ridge.
it's got money in them and some of them don't have money. You know, it's programmed, but there's no money in it.
Right.
All right, it's Buckley Road,
It's programmed.
it's programmed.
Has it got money?
Buckley,
427,900.
Okay.
They all got money out there.
Except the Rattling Bridge.
Now the Rattling Bridge, that's the
It's got
one,
3.4 million.
The state, that's a totally
that's
different.
the emergency, whatever.
How much money's been applied towards it so far, do you know?
Yes, the state and the county and myself have spent money on that.
No, I mean, as far as getting the bridge started.
Oh,
There's
No,
no
they
money
haven't.
in it? Okay.
No money.
we ain't got anything.
We looking what he said, August or September before we know on this next round,
you get your number.
Do what now?
right? On emergency road, on the Buckley, on the Rattling Bridge. When are we supposed to know on it, on this last emergency?
They're supposed to choose, let us know in September.
September.
It'll be September before we know anything.
All right, anybody have any other questions on this?
I just wanna know, is the Buckley Road Bridge approved?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, what about the
It's got a
Hickory
project
Fellowship?
number.
What about the Hickory Fellowship?
Yes. It's been approved. It's got money. How much money?
$466,900.
Let me see that, but get my bridge fixed up.
I'm trying to think if that's enough.
It is.
I have to go back and look if that's enough money. I don't know. The prices are going up so fast.
Well, that was fixing to be my next question, so the people watching on the news here. Since
But-
this money's been put there, is the state gonna come back and kick some more in since prices are going up, or what will we have to do on that?
It's a good question. We got like one bucket. It's SAP funds. We'll use out of that bucket till it's all gone. And,
And hope that they'll kick a little in at the end if we
Yeah.
need to.
which,
They have before. They have.
yeah, they have put money in the, they have given us money before, so
That's when we put the focus on it. Let's do that.
that's all I'll say about it.
All right, anybody else have any more questions on the bridges?
Do you know which, Dan, do you have the bridge number on that Pine Ridge project? Am I not seeing it?
Yes, 5115 LSVP.
No, that's not the
Bridge
bridge
number.
number.
The bridge number,
No, I don't have the bridge number.
not on this page.
Can you don't have to give it to me now, can you get that for me, please?
All right, what else you got, Dwayne?
Oh, yeah, Jason coming back.
Yeah. He's in route.
Was you able to find out anything on the bridge railing I told you the other day that the insurance wanted us to go back and put bridge writing on bridges that didn't have any. And you was gonna call Butch and ask him if we had to follow state aid standards, or since this was something for.
Write that down, Diane. Note that down. Any project. Bridge, no, I hadn't talked to him about that.
Okay, all right, there's Jason.
Now from Butch, what do we need to ask him? If state aid will help pay for
Bridge right.
bridge rails on existing bridges. I wanted to bring up the right of way on the Chunky River Bridge. That application, we turned it in, but it had some PDFs, and I guess they were so large, they got chopped off. That's when they sent us a note back. We needed a couple of things. A couple of things with pictures of the right of way. But even though the most important thing they need is a letter from Jason, and y'all have heard it. I'm sure he's tired of me bringing it up, but it's all drawn out. I mean, I gotta go. I'm gonna get Kimberly in. We're gonna go back out there and make sure the stakes are still in. They was in at one time, but had trouble with one lady or a couple of them. There's a couple of them wanting to buck a little bit, It's hopefully we can get that worked through. On the application, I turned it in as being right away. We'd have it by September. So, as far as I know, that's the only thing left on that project that's not done. But on the application, the way you fill it out.
So you gonna make that happen?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I have to write a letter saying that we have obtained all the right-of-way necessary process.
Right.
So are we gonna be able to get that?
Well, you can't say that. No, I can't say that yet. So hopefully.
So when can he say it? Because he said it had to be turned in before September.
I thought you said you went ahead and applied without the right-of-way.
I turned it in. I turned the application in saying that we would have the right of way by September.
I could make that happen, no problem. Okay.
And we have followed the guy, ma'am. We have followed. We followed the guideline.
Well, we followed the guidelines.
Yeah, we done the archaeologist study, the environmental study. We've done all this and this and this, and he's talked to them. And
sometimes landowners don't appreciate the how it will appreciate their property.
oh, I know it.
But I think
Crazy.
I think sometimes people just need a little bit longer to see the benefits.
Right.
All right. Well, then we're gonna get that straight for you, Dwayne.
Right. I think that'll. Like I say, as far as I know, that's the only thing left. But anyway, what was we talking about?
But I think they probably covered all of it. SAP 5175, Newton Bethel, you said you would probably solve.
Yeah, I'll probably get them done.
Contract that out to them.
Right.
Got to do what on that now?
We'll get Clark Engineering to come in and help me work it up.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah, it's just subbing it out to people that I know that's, I've used them before.
Miss Diane, if you would add to his note when he calls Butch to see what he thinks about us doing another pipe project.
Oh, I need one of those.
Yeah. Well, every one of us has got a few.
A big pipe
Yeah, you know, like we done
cross
cross
drain.
drain.
Okay.
I got 6 culverts that need replacing on the airport.
Oh,
6, 5, 4, and 3, 3.
oh. Well, I guess we need
You got to stick in it with flag.
check with Pat Harrison. I'm pretty sure they got money. I'm pretty sure.
They do.
Wayne, you may have forgot this, but on the, one of the Pat Harrison project was on the Will Brown, had a 5-foot cover down, or 8-foot cover.
Okay.
It's been a while back. I talked to you, you were hunting a place to go with Pat Harrison. I said, put that one down.
Okay.
And,
That was the last one we talked about doing, right?
we talked about it in the board meeting.
Yeah.
Nobody had done it at the time, scheduling it. And I had that on Will Brown Road.
Will Brown.
I'll follow suit. I won't get in line. I won't get ahead of nobody.
That's what I'm saying, I think you were the last one.
Yeah, I give you one. I give it to you.
I have the last
We're not
one.
supposed to wait no time, so.
No,
I
hey,
got 2 approved.
no, well, while we got Pat Harrison going, we need to do one a month. That's what they do. They'll accept one a month, and we want to keep it moving.
Alright.
Dwayne, I had asked you about the Pat Harrison project on Valentine. Just got started grubbing the stumps to be able to revise that roadway.
Right, and I had talked, you asked if they would pay,
If they would go ahead and pay if I put the culverts
put
in
the culverts in.
and didn't have the, road complete.
Right,
That may be a-
Valentine's Road,
Next year completion date on
Valentine's Road.
Are you putting cross pipes
Harrison
on the roof?
pay
You get credit.
that.
It's
in
where the
place.
bridge, you took the bridge out.
No bridge, it's 2 rusted culverts on the top. Putting 2 new culverts
Gotcha.
and changing the roadway for about 8 or 9.
Yes, sir, I remember you asked me about that, and I have not talked to the man. Well, I actually tried to call him a couple of times, but he's been in Florida, so I've not got a hold of him. I just have to try.
No big deal. We're good.
That's really all I have. Not much, but
Well, we appreciate it, Dwayne, Miss Diane, we glad to see y'all.
all right.
They doing good.
Yeah, man, I'm just glad to see you out and about.
Yeah, it's good to be in the land of the living.
I can imagine, but
But anything you need, when you call, you can still call him.
You will still talk to him.
Sir?
You will still talk to him.
I will still talk to you, right?
there's a lot of people that won't, so we appreciate that.
Right. All right, then. Well, he's on.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Hey, good to see y'all.
Don't run over somebody with that car now.
Yeah, I know this. Get the brakes adjusted. It's a low part.
Oh, all right. Ben, you need to see us, you just hanging around.
I'm just hanging out.
All right, I appreciate that. We got one friend left. You stay right there.
I just like y'all guys.
All right.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. All right, Stevie.
All right, I need a motion to approve paying the travel, meals, and lodging course fees for instructors. So they're gonna conduct upcoming SRT training June 29th through July 1st.
Oh, that's the one that come down here every year.
Yeah.
Can we get a motion?
I will, so move.
All in favor?
We got two checks that apparently have been lost in the mail. One to Jameson for $2,051, the other to Mississippi Magnolia chapter for $700. These need to be voided and new checks issued.
Just curious, what's the Mississippi Magnolia check?
It's something with solid waste. I don't know if that's annual fees or what. I think it's Swana, something to do with Swana.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All in favor?
All right, Judge Duncan has hired a new law clerk, Stephen Rosencraft. He's to be appointed as AOC Law Clerk 1, beginning June 1st. His salary is $39,165 plus benefits. He's going to pay for that with support staff funds from AOC and the district. If the funds are not available, then 4 counties will split the shortage, and our part of the shortage will be 20%. You all need to approve this appointment.
We sure do, you ain't gonna see.
So move.
Second.
Motion failed like it was.
All in favor? Get rid of that.
No.
Delinquent Justice Court funds for April 21st through May 20th, $2,385. American Municipal collected $2,974 for the same period. 545 new cases open, an amount of $154,460 in fines levied. $4,587 collected on those new fines and 70 dismissals.
So we didn't go to 150,000 hold this time. All right.
I need a motion to accept a van from MDOT for $1. This is the van that will be used for the trash pickup by the inmates on state highways.
So move.
All in favor?
All right, don't forget about Election Day tomorrow.
And they have started out.
They have started the audit, and y'all gonna have a bid opening on the 20th, so you'll need to move your third Thursday meeting to the 20th.
Okay, so move.
Well, he's got that in the recess, so are y'all through? I don't have anything.
We ain't through, but we won't take care of it, so we won't forget it.
so we're meeting again the 20th. 9 o'clock.
Monday week,
No, yeah, 9 o'clock.
2 weeks.
That's correct.
Your third Thursday meeting will be next week. That'll be at
Yeah,
conference.
yeah. All right, so that's all you got?
That's all I got.
George, you got anything? Jackie? Charles?
I just wanted to ask where we are on what Robbie and Caleb did, riding all the roads, getting all the 911 addresses, gave a thumb drive. Thumb drive wouldn't work, Three Rivers. Have we ever done anything?
No, it wouldn't work. They thought we was trying to swap information. We got all that straight too, right?
We're getting it straight.
Okay, we're getting it straight.
We did get straight where we could take the credit card or everything.
Everything's been provided to our webpage person and to them, so hopefully that's all great.
Y'all move? Yeah. All right, I got one. John Walker with Turkey Creek. He's on Pat Harrison. I guess is what I should have said. They want us to do some paving from the road just past where you check in. At this point, maybe a little further, but want to get this done before July 4th, if any way possible. So the guy, well, hold on. The guy that you got coming, is he still coming?
Well, he's trying to do this bid, we're hoping to do 20 this one, come next board meeting.
if he does come, is there anything wrong with letting him do that first? Cause they just wanna write us a check for everything. We just need to make sure before we out on money. They want, in other words, us get the asphalt, they handle that, and they just write the county a check. And I told him I seen nothing wrong with that, if we could make it happen, that I would bring it up today and we would.
We just have to see, I mean.
Okay. But we're supposed to open bids on the
How much of them be, about
It's gonna be, about 300 tons, so you're looking at, just say $120 a ton, you're looking at 36,000.
We're gonna have to get a PO one person or what, how we gonna work
Since
it?
we can work with them, we can do it through the county, you won't have to.
Yeah, we can do it through the bid process, on the 20th. You could do it through general fund and then they're reimbursing the county.
Yeah.
That way you wouldn't have to split it out 5 ways.
Yeah, just do it through general fund. In other words, let general fund pay for everything and then they'll reimburse general fund. That way it's cleaner.
Yeah.
Joe, there's no way they could do that by the fourth, if you took the bids on the 20th, huh?
Well, they could, it'd be tough, but it just gives us something. I can go back now and talk to them, so it's all good. Oh,
So, you,
well, they want us to, I pay for what they live in the truck.
Big bowl.
Woody is supposed to come to Bass Brothers. Got a call this morning. He's probably gonna move Wednesday. Jackie and I had talked. We determined we could do $50,000. I get another quote. Woody was gonna come get my Liberty Church Bridge approach. That's the main thing I wanted to get done. That we rebuilt that bridge. And Jackie was gonna use it, and we were probably gonna utilize the $50,000 between us, which is all we can do, right? If we could somehow work that into this, he might do it.
Said 300 tons.
300 tons. And we talked 1,000 total, right? Less than 1,000.
Yeah, 5 months.
Because we were gonna be able to haul, I don't need to talk price. We were gonna be able to haul some. The county was gonna be able to haul some and him have 2 trucks too to speed it up. Or we can let him do it all with 2 trucks, which would be slow. Where I'm going with this is, can Pat Harrison not pay for this themselves? If they can pay us, can they not pay him directly and keep us out?
Well, the thing it is, it's harder to get things through their paperwork than it is ours. And that's why me and him been talking for, I don't know, 3 months. And the whole board, when they met, they just wanted to, it's cleaner for them and it's normal business for us. And it's just,
There's nothing normal anymore.
well,
Getting somebody to come, as we've already seen here today, is the problem.
as normal as can be. Let me have that.
If it happened, it happened, I don't think it happened that quick.
Well, we'll just see. That's what I'll
Carry
do.
out there and carry the motor grader.
Well, can your man get it smooth?
Get it smooth as you can get it, the motor grader.
It'll be traction.
If I need to put my plane in,
Yeah, I need to do some research, evaluate that.
Yeah. You wanna get a committee together?
Huh?
You wanna get a committee together and reevaluate
Yeah.
all that? Okay, all right.
we'll do what we can. If we can talk, Steve, if there's any way we can do it. We gotta get him here first.
I
I
don't
mean,
see how we can do that much with Woody.
We'll look at it. We'll look at it. Jason, you got anything? Rich, you got anything for? You doing a fine job. I think that's all I have. I know I'm forgetting something, but we're gonna act like that's all I have.
You gonna make a motion, we go home?
I got it going to the 20th at 9 o'clock.
Who's gonna take it there?
Who made it?
I did,
Jackie? Y'all,
and I voted for it.
oh, here.
Jim Crow.